It's a little tight, but it was worth checking it out. Good morning. Good Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday, you hear me? It's Friday. Look at this beautiful river. Look at all this snow on the mountains. Look at a nice bridge. I just want you to see what I'm seeing. Do you see what I see? It's just a bridge, chill out, dude. What's up, y'all? So, check it out. I'm not sure. It's, according to this F1 Smokums, it's only 32 degrees outside right now. And, yes, I did get the van fixed yesterday, as you guys seen. I'm MacGyvered that thing. You know, the one episode of MacGyver that stuck out to me that I can always remember for some reason is, Okay, chill out, F1 Smoke'em. I know, even my truck's excited that it's Friday, but yeah, you can't get ahead of yourself. The one episode of MacGyver that I remember, and I could be remembering it wrong, but I have to try to look it up, but he was like, he needed fire for some reason, and he got like a thing of bamboo. Now that I think about it, it's ridiculous, because like he got the bamboo to break but still be like hinged like a Zippo, and he's like, ka-ching. And like he made a lighter out of bamboo. I need to look that up before I say it, because I'm probably looking pretty stupid right now. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, I'll be damned if I'm paying a tow bill. They're just predatory, man. And it's like, it's the most ridiculous amount. Speaking of story time, the last tow truck that I did pay for, which, here's how my car was, so I kind of had to. It was upside down in a small body of water. That situation. And I know when I say I flipped my car, it was not that dramatic. I missed the turn, I slid down a bank, and it was like, good, and fell over on the top. Maybe a little bit of scuff could have bondoed, you know, a little bit of what's cleat and squirrels restoration, what they call that. I could have probably just bondoed the top of it. Well, here comes this dude, because I didn't have cell service, and the guy's front yard that I pretty much wrecked in front of was like, hey, I know you're not going to get signal out here, but I got a buddy I can go in there on my house phone and call him. I'm like, okay. He's like, he's real reasonable. This truck showed up, and it was the real-life version of Mater off of Cars show or movie, whatever, that cartoon. Just a rusty old piece of shit truck. And I was like, all right, whatever, you know. And he's pulling the cable out, and there's like dust flying off of it, like rust dust. You know what I'm talking about, rust dust, right? And he pulls it all the way down there, and he decides to hook onto the front of my car and then just wedge pull it. So the rear end of the car is up against the bank, and the front's starting to come up slowly. And he gets like crest to the top, and it's just teetering, and there goes that old rusty cable. Cable goes one way, car goes the other. And from this point, it fell harder from here than it did when I just slid down and fell over. So it's just like, and all the windows blow out, the top of the car caves in. I'm like, bruh. Anyway, so he hooks in again with this backup cable, which if his primary cable was that bad, you gotta imagine what his backup cable looked like. So anyway, he did manage to winch it up out of there, this time from the rear end, shoving the front end up against the bank and just tearing the bumper up. Tow truck drivers just don't care. They have no mechanical sympathy for what they're towing. At least this company didn't. He's probably thinking this kid ain't gonna drive his car anyway. I'm thinking, hey, life sucks, I'm broke. I'm probably gonna just jack that roof up out of there. You know, I was a rolling salesman at the time, so all my books were in there, all my customer files, you know. So anyway, and then he charged me a storage fee, even though it's his fault that he had to. I don't like tow trucks, so I'm MacGyver is what I'm trying to say. Talk to y'all later.
Few inches later.
What's up, people? I know you see that beautiful bridge in the background behind me. That beautiful, beautiful bridge in the background behind me. Just going. See you later. See you later, bridge. See you later, Kentucky. It is weekend time, and I'm geeked about it. Listen, I'm in the Clark Griswold mood right now. Getting ready to take y'all to Walmart's with me. I think that's the best place to go for Christmas lights, let's be real. I thought about odd lots. That's what people call in this area. I don't know if you guys have big lots or not, but everybody always called it odd lots down here for some, or maybe odd lots was like the official name. I don't know. Listen, when you live in this area, people got names for everything. Like Nobody calls anything right, and it's one of the things I love. Me and my wife are always doing that. Like, she'll hear somebody say something that makes no sense, and she'll try to remember how they said it, and I'll do the same with her. Like, I remember this guy was trying to get his medication filled, and this is just an example, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And I was like, you know, are you going to be able to get that filled? And he was like, well, I'm waiting for a pre-op right now. A pre-op. Yeah. Yep. A pre-op. You know, opposite of post-operation. Anyway, stuff like that. I don't even, where am I going with this? But, yeah. So the work day is over, baby. It was a good one, actually. It was a hard one. I crawled around in a crawl space for a lot of time today, and my knees hurt. But I'll be fine. I ain't crying. I tell you what was scary, though, is that same spot that I got pulled over yesterday in the van. I'm in the van again today, barreling through there, and surprisingly, I didn't have my seatbelt on. I mean, I know, mind blown, right? And I look over and I see a state patrol. I wasn't speeding, though. I looked down at the last minute. I was like, no, I'm good. And then he came out, and I'm like, no way. And I got the camera ready. I was like, no way am I getting pulled over in the same spot 2 days in a row. But he was going somewhere else. He went right around me. Which I don't know. I mean, the seatbelt's the only thing I could think of, because I got that, the rest of it fixed. So, yeah, I seen a lot of comments yesterday saying they didn't think MacGyver trick in the fuse box would work. Why wouldn't it work? And who knows? I never expected myself to be educational by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I'm actually the opposite of what people, like people who actually can afford to just pay for a tow truck to come and have it fixed professionally, actually frown on that sort of thing. I've had a lot of people give me resistance in my life about that stuff. You're going to burn something down, and just because you know how that works don't mean you should be doing that. But it's just how I am. It's hard to get it out. And whenever I was managing a business for the longest time, I think that's one of the things that the owner, one of the things, his biggest pet peeves about me, so to speak, is, you know, as a manager, he wanted me chasing in the next revenue. Where's the revenue coming from? You know, marketing. Like, what am I doing to ensure that we're bringing in new money and not just ensuring that the current money, if that makes any sense. In any business at all, you always want to grow, because hey, everything else is going to pass you up if you don't. And you know, inflation, everything else. So you want to be growing no matter what kind of business you're doing. And managers get, and that's the difference between manager and supervisor. If anybody's wondering, the difference is supervisors are generally the day-to-day operational guys that, you know, if there is deliveries to be made, or if there is, I don't know, whatever business it is, if whatever is supposed to be done that customers have already ordered and paid for to be done, you know, that's a supervisor ensures that gets done. Managers are generally like, shouldn't have their hands in the day-to-day stuff, you know, and should be looking for that next group of customers to order, so that the supervisor can make sure that the guys below him get those orders fulfilled. I think that's the best way I can put it. But, you know, I couldn't see the forest from the trees, you know, and it would be like a water pump on our box truck would go out, and I would get a quote and it'd be like $2,600, and I'm like, I know how to do a water pump. And then I would spend all day putting a water pump on a box truck. And then I'd send the boss man the pictures and be like, here's the before, here's the after. This pump is, you know, the best brand, warranty, lifetime. Here's how much I saved you. I only got like $300 in parts, you know, so I saved you $2,300. And he's like, yeah, that sucks, man. I'd have much rather paid the $2,600 and had you in your office or out in the field marketing, you know. It took me a long time to understand that. And like I say, growing is everything, knowledge is everything, and once you understand those things and you open your eyes, and enlightenment's insane, dude. That's the same with addiction. Like, and a lot of people who struggle with addiction would understand this. I know you can remember the first time you came out early one morning sober and was like, dang, I don't remember being this bright out here. I don't remember the air feeling this good. I don't remember it smelling like this out here. You couldn't see all that stuff. Like, your worldview is so small. And not that addiction and business are that similar, but I think that's a lot in life, is if your eyes aren't open to it. It's sad to me too to think that people live all the way to like 70 and then die never knowing any of this. That's sad to me, and it scares me. And when the more you learn, the more you go, what else do I not know? You know what I mean? And that's what makes people successful, is that hunger. And employees, like I interviewed that guy yesterday, and that's one of the things you really want to look for, is somebody that's like, and this dude said it to me. He's like, well, I know you're hiring me to do this, but what else do you guys do there? Like, is there, what else can I do after that? Is there advance? You know what I mean? Needless to say, I hired the guy, and he came in this morning for a drug test. So anyway, yeah, Clark Griswold, baby. I got off on a tangent there for a second, didn't I? Let's Clark Griswold this thing. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the van was fine. I ended up drying out the fuse box with my 1970s hair dryer last night. That thing's straight from Saved by the Bell or something is what it looks like. Yeah, the van's just fine. I made it, didn't get pulled over today, but funny enough, so as a lot of you guys know, my neighbor is a deputy sheriff, and I think it's awesome. I love the guy, great people. I mean, the most down to earth. The minute I was looking to buy the house and I came down the road one day, I was actually in my work van coming down the road to see what the neighborhood looked like, and I seen that sheriff truck sitting there. And I was like, yes. Now 10 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, bruh, the fun police is next door. But I don't live that life anymore. So I seen that and I was happy about it. Well, fast forward to, I've purchased a home. Me and my family's been there a few years. We've gotten to know them. They're great people, wonderful people. And anyway, he had come over and we exchanged numbers briefly last week. I never had his number. I just had his wife's number. Through my wife, in case something happened, we needed to call him. And like I always do, I don't save any number. I don't even have my wife's number saved in the phone for some reason. I don't know why I do that. I just like to keep my brain working real hard to figure out who's who when they're calling. But anyway, he's seen my vlog from yesterday and he texted me. So I just get to, imagine this, I get this text out of the blue and it says, hey, that young guy, the young cop that was with the older guy yesterday that pulled you over, I fired him. I'm like, huh? And then I get all this stuff going through my head. I'm like, okay, so is this like the sergeant of both the officers? Like, is my phone number on the ticket? Because sometimes they ask you for your number. Is the sergeant of this Cold Grove Police Department texting me to tell me that he fired the guy because he was like being nice to me in my YouTube video or something? I'm so confused. But then also I've learned a lot over the years to never confirm that somebody has the number that they think they have until you can find out as much information as you can about who it is. So I just hit him with the quick, you got the wrong number. And he's like, nuh-uh, this is James Horner, you got pulled over yesterday. And then I'm like, but anyway, long story short, he's like, man, it's your neighbor, goofball. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I thought, well, he's joking about I fired that young kid. And I'm like, yeah, his hair was against policy anyway with that fluffy hair. And then it dawned on me that I'm retarded, in fact. And what he meant to say was he actually worked with that guy and fired him before he went to the police department he's at now and pulled me over. Wow, I'm super slow, apparently. Okay, so it's just big lots, or well, in this case, big odds, because the L is out. Ain't taking no L's over here at Odd Lots. All right. Oddly enough, I'm like amped up about this. Like, I don't know if I want to do like flashy, over the top, like lights that are flashing, carrying on, and doing all that busy stuff, or if I just want to, traditional, like white, along the eaves. We've never been in a position since we purchased the house to be able to do this anyway. So I'm gonna do it. The good thing is it's an investment, right? You do it once, it lasts forever. As long as you take them down and store them correctly, which, like I showed you guys with the Halloween stuff, I'm capable of doing that. How are you today?
I'm great.
It's cold out here. Try to stay warm.
I got an hour and then I'll be done.
There you go. Switch it off to the next one, huh? Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
But yeah, you know, if I get good quality lights, then, and I put them up correctly, but the older we get, the better we're getting at that. Me and the missus, man, we're like organized old people. You know what I mean? We have all these totes that are all labeled. And when I got the title to the caliber, I was like, we need to make a folder, you know, like some sort of filing system for our titles. She was like, I already have that, and that's where the title to the Flex is and something else. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, then, old librarian lady. You still got to get freaky even though you're a librarian. Shut up, James. I must bought that just now for her for Christmas. But the fact that it only runs off of AA batteries. That's the shit I'm talking about right there. You got to get out of their way. But yeah, I don't know. The fact that it only takes 2 AA batteries. How much actual
It was so funny.
massaging can she get out of it, right? I don't know. Plus, she watches my videos, so I don't want her to know that I got it for her. You know what I mean? Something tells me they're not super bright, but well, there's a couple actually broken off of this. This isn't what I'm looking for, man. Like these little 100 mini red light. That ain't what I'm talking about. Like, we need action. What's that over there? Oh, I could put. Oh, it's a piece of crap. Set of 4 multicolored jumbo lawn stakes. Okay, I'm listening. Alright. As long as it makes it, I think, 2 of these is 8 foot, I guess. Oh, okay. They're hanging?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You have a good day. I thought they were the same you had up there.
Oh, I got you. Sorry. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Trying to get Clark Griswold in here. Trying to get my house lit up.
If you could do it, but I'll be honest with you, I ain't never really had nobody. I've not had that positive influence. So I'm glad you're doing it. That actually inspires me for next year, maybe.
That's what's up, man. I haven't either, and I want to change that. I want to break that cycle.
Well, now I got competition. Now I gotta do it.
There you go. I'll have to pull up.
You're gonna be posting your shit on the book. And
I don't never post on Facebook much because of this whole YouTube thing I do, but I'll have to post it now that I think about it. Me out a minute ago.
Yeah.
Where's like the big sets of lights at? Like I want like a lot of lights. Is it just?
Wheels.
Oh, there we go. The wheels.
All the way. You got some. Yeah, there's some here, but that's. You want the bigger wheels right there.
Okay.
And you got them all the way down through there.
Oh, this whole row is lights. Okay, I see. I just didn't want to get little 100 sets and have to put a bunch together. I was hoping.
No. They got a 500 set.
There we go.
These here just came in and they didn't send very many of them.
Like the icicle that do the motion and stuff.
These here, man, they just came in.
Oh, really?
Do you like different colors?
Sure.
I put them in the back going 3 rolls came in.
Oh, looking out for me. Yeah. I want a Clark Griswold this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I see.
Man.
Perfect, dude. Thank you.
The only one that came in like that.
Got the plug at Walmart. No, I'm just teasing you, man.
Y'all have a good
Yeah, I appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, and then they came in with these here. Yeah, these, man, which I ain't never seen freaking paint.
No, I've never seen that either.
And they got all red, and they got all blue.
How much are those? There's probably not much.
They're $276 a piece, man.
And everything's LED nowadays, too.
Yeah, and you can also hook up 10 damn boxes to a line instead
Yeah,
of 3.
because it doesn't, yeah.
These only take 3, and then they start blowing.
Yeah, true. Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, you guys have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you, sir. He kept saying, y'all. I think he thought we were to get... Oh, here we go. See, I got some of them pillars on the porch. But if I'm going to do collar, you know what I mean? Like the plug just got me. Then I need to get collar for the pillars too. So I think I got 4 pillars. So I don't know if it's just one per pillar.
Down here, if you want to plug them up and see what they look like.
Down here on the end?
Oh wait, I'll show you if you want to come down.
Yeah. This guy's super helpful. You know, you don't get that a lot of places. That's what the plug is, literally. We were fortunate enough to finally buy our own house 2 years ago, and we ain't been able to actually put some lights up yet.
One of them from back here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all the Black Party shit back here.
Oh, I got you. They hiding it? Oh, sick. Oh, yeah. I like that. It's all the colors. Blue, red,
Yeah,
orange.
but it's just a different style of light. It's not fluorescent.
I like that it doesn't blink, too, because I'm not in a bunch of blink. You probably
I think
can.
they got a pack in there. It's got a blink light to it that will blink them. But
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, that was the only 3 that came in, man.
And you could store it back on this roll, too.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing, is to be able to put it back up.
But yeah, like I said, that
It's a little tight, but it was worth checking it out.
wrapped it up with red and white stripes and got it's a mold disc plastic that connects together. So you just cut a little
Made
hole.
like a bulb out of
She
it?
made a goddamn North Pole out of it.
That's sick.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. Speaking of big lots, didn't they used to call that odd lots, or am I going?
Small and big lots. Big and small lots.
Big and small
I
lots.
used to work there.
People used to call it odd lots for some reason, I thought, but I don't know. I could be mistaken.
No,
but,
it was odd lot. It was big and small. There was odd lots. Now it's big lots.
well, she gonna have to get them from here from now on. I'm sure did they give employees discounts? Hopefully.
I haven't got it yet.
Oh, okay. You new here, kind of?
Yeah, I've been here 6 weeks.
Oh, sick.
But they're training me for 2 to 11 shifts. I'm full time already.
Nice. It's a good job, man.
Starting to train me as soon as the job opens. I go for the lead person.
That's good, yeah.
I'm at 14 and I get 19 then.
Nice.
And I'm 60. I'll be 60 this year.
I wouldn't have known it. Yeah, it's good to be that helpful too. People ain't usually that helpful. They try to like hide from you. You know what I mean?
Not me, man. I'm too hyper.
Yeah.
That's what they love about me, man. I did that, did all the flowers today, did all them lights, and put out 2 buggies of returns already, and I still got half fucking shit to go, man.
Yeah, they'll hang.
I can't stand still, man.
Yeah, they'll hang on to you then for sure.
Yeah, they already offered me the fucking spot, man.
That's sick, man. Heck yeah.
Yep, well, y'all have a great holiday, man.
You too, man. I'm just gonna get me a couple more of those pillow lights and get
I'm
a.
off tomorrow. You guys come back in on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
If you need help, and my brother, he does Christmas decor in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
His father.
Man, I hate to be this guy, but I would. I would drug test him for sure. Dude is geeked out of his mind. Bazzed on me, bro. Was like, you want to see the secret apartment? Come back here. Look, it's plugging back here, bro. Yeah. And I set up these 17 pallets, and I'm only a quarter way through my shift right now. I'm like, gee whiz, dude. Like, chill out and slow down just a tad bit. I bought a lot of lights. And dude was like, yeah, man. I've been here about 6 weeks. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm 59 years old, and they're getting ready, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit still. They're getting ready to put me to the top. They're getting ready to give me supervisor position, man, because they see how fast I move. I don't stop. And let me say this. I like to make jokes about stuff because that's what I do. I make light of every situation. But I just want to clarify this in case anybody's confused. There's not a damn thing funny about addiction. There's not anything funny about that man struggling to stop moving. And, he's in over his head and doesn't even realize it. Like, he doesn't want to do that to himself. The addiction's making him do that to him. And when he takes that and can't stop, he doesn't want that. That's not fun for anybody. But he doesn't know how to quit. And, and I'm just assuming, like I say, I may be completely wrong, and that just may be his personality, but I doubt it, man. I've been through this a lot. And if so, that's fine too, but it still doesn't take away from the point that I'm trying to make, is that there's no fun in that, man. I need to get some food now. I don't know why I forgot extension cords. Like, what? How am I gonna? I'm tripping. So let's get some extension cords and something for dinner and get the out of here. Man, that Plug Daughter by Kevin Gates has been stuck in my head ever since I joked with that guy in there about telling him he was the plug. But I may have went a little hard on it. Maybe just a little bit. Each one of those rolls is 500 lights. I think it's like 50 feet. I got 3 or 4 of everything. But you know, it's that excitement, man, that I've never had before. You know what I mean? Like, I got to thinking about it in there, and I got to thinking, I've never had a house that I owned that was mine, that I wanted to decorate and go all out with. Number one, forget ever having the money. You know, that we can all say that. We can all say, well, we didn't have the money to do something like that. And fair enough. And I probably don't either, but I got credit cards, baby. And this is an investment. And hopefully, you know, this is relatable to enough people out there that, you know, I can reimburse some of that through YouTube as well. But more importantly, man, when I got to thinking about it, and I was like, number one, you got to get in the spirit too, right? Think about all these little kids out there who, and for no fault, it's not their parents' fault, but, you know, money's tight, they're barely making it, and the last thing they're thinking about is being able to, you know, run up some debt on some Christmas lights. And the kids are the ones that suffer. And you don't intentionally do it. You're not being a bad parent because, you know, you're like, nah, I want those stupid Christmas lights. I can't afford that. But at the end of the day, the kid's the one that suffers because, you know, that kids love lights, dude. I don't care what they say. And I guarantee my teenagers are going to trip when they see dad light this house up like that. But, yeah, man, the kids are the one that suffers, and you got to have that certain joy and be happy to your core to even want to be that source of joy. That's the hardest part, I think, with any of this. The source of, you know, if you're looking for advice, the source of motivation, the source of happiness, the source of any of that. To be the source of that, well, I mean, that's the toughest position out there. That's hard to do, man. Because you got to be happy and motivated and have some advice to give, right? But anyway, I keep on trying to say this, but I'm in there, right? And I just made my first credit card payment today. So brought my balance back down because I bought all that the ladder and stuff for the roof. And I was like, man, I want to go out. You know what I mean? And it'd be funny too, like, you know, hopefully I don't plug too many things in and actually Clark Griswold this house, because my family probably won't forgive me for it. But I want to go all out, man. And you guys get to see me climb a ladder all over my house. But that ladder, believe it or not, is the common denominator, if you will, is the source, is the lynch, whatever you want to call it. But my head, I'm a practical guy. I think of everything, and I think of the process through and all that. So when my mind goes, dude, should you hang a bunch of lights on your house this year and actually get into the Christmas spirit like, you know, most people do and most people participate in? My second thought was, well, could you afford some lights? And I was like, well, yeah, I could put it on that credit card. And then the thought directly after that was, well, to hang lights on all the eaves, you have to have a ladder. And I was like, ooh, I just bought that new aluminum ladder. I've never owned a ladder, dude. I've never owned a ladder in my life. My father never owned a 16-foot aluminum ladder, to my knowledge. He had an old wooden step ladder that I knew of growing up, but to my knowledge, never. I never knew of my uncle, never knew of my brother, never knew of anybody in my immediate... I know that's sad. I'm not trying to say it for pity, but I'm just trying to say, nah, Bubby, we didn't have it like that. Why am I holding this phone for? I got this holder right here. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that ladder, and you guys need to find whatever it is. Maybe it's not a 16-foot aluminum ladder for you, but maybe it's something else. But that ladder for me was what pushed me over. Man, there is lights falling. That ladder for me is what pushed me over and made me go, dude, yeah. You've got the credit card, you've got the beautiful family, you've got the beautiful home, you've got the ladder, baby. Woo! You know, let's do it, dude. Let's get some lights, man. Let's make our family proud, right? And here's 150 of them hitters right here. Bam! I'm gonna end up wrecking out here. Just so I can get these out of the... That's a thumbnail right there if I've ever seen one. No, I need to wrap them around me. People are looking at me. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. All right, now be safe, James. You know what? Let's just throw these. It's festive time. We'll just throw those over there. We're being festive, people. Sorry, buddy. Hopefully I didn't go in your lane too far. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, man, and I know, like, and I need to start directing these more towards trying to be motivational and inspirational. And honestly, all I need to do that is to share with you guys directly my thought process and what's going on with me, because I'm literally that. I'm not just some rich guy out here throwing in your face the fact that I can spend $500, $1,000 on lights and go, ha, you know, this is what it looks like. I'm actually that guy who was in a homeless shelter a few years ago, and who literally just 2 years ago was only making 15 bucks an hour. A year before that, 9 bucks an hour, just working like a slave for somebody. And I learned what I could about business. I learned what I could about, you know, growth and about, you know, being marketable. And surprisingly, it still blows my mind to this day that I bought that house. The people who brought the roll-off dumpster for the roof job knew me from, you know, my childhood, and knew me through all the things I've been through. And she showed up and she was like, "This is your house?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "The bank gave me a loan on it." And her response immediately, I mean, didn't miss a beat. She went, "They didn't know who they were giving a house to, did they?" I'll admit, at first I was like, "Oh, damn, is that how you feel?" But then, you know, a couple minutes later, I was like, "Well, no, yeah, that's what she knew me by." And, you know, I don't want to lose sight of that. Like, I'm 2 years in, and I don't want to be that guy that's offended by that. Like, they didn't know who. You know, I was a guy that couldn't even, I was being sued for a Planet Fitness membership that I couldn't make the payment for. That was one of the debts that I had to pay off to get my credit score up enough to buy the house. I don't know what I'm saying to you guys, but if somebody can't take inspiration from me and see that it's whatever it is that you're into right now, whatever rut you're in, whatever thing you're going through, you can get out. If I can get out of it, you can get out of it. But it's not easy, Bubby. You're not going to lay there on the couch and get out of it. You got to go and work and get out of it. But it is 100% possible. There is ways around things. Like I said, I had an indefinite suspension on my license, and I found a way around it. And like I told the guy, I gave him my email. You know, if you're struggling with that, I can tell you how I did it and help you get out of that. I just want I want to share my happiness with you guys. I want to share my progress with you guys. I want to share these milestones and these goals that I'm reaching with you guys, but also at the same time, hope to help one of you guys do the same thing. But anyway, speaking of goals, one of them is to pay this truck off, baby. Woo!